A Crystal Palace double sends Liverpool's youngsters packing from the Carabao Cup. Crystal Palace's dominance over Liverpool continues, and it's a worrying trend for the Reds. In a controversial move, Liverpool manager Arne Slot fielded a weakened team in the Carabao Cup, and it backfired spectacularly. Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace, fresh from FA Cup and Community Shield triumphs, cruised into the League Cup quarter-finals thanks to a first-half brace from their star man, Ismaïla Sarr. The Senegalese forward's tally against Liverpool now stands at an impressive 7 goals in just 9 appearances, and Palace have claimed 3 wins over Slot's side in the last 80 days. Slot made 10 changes for the 4th-round tie, but Palace's street smarts, discipline, and talent were simply too much. Liverpool suffered a heavy 6th defeat in 7 games, and the writing was on the wall from the start. A late red card for substitute Amara Nallo and an 88th-minute strike from Yéremy Pino added insult to injury for the hosts. Slot's priority was clearly the upcoming Premier League clash with Aston Villa on Saturday, and he gave most of his senior squad a night off, opting for a youthful lineup. The risk wasn't so much in the starting 11, which featured a mix of youth and experience, but in the lack of experienced substitutes on the bench. 9 members of Liverpool's squad had featured for the under-21s in a recent mini-derby defeat to Everton, and the 9 substitutes combined had minimal first-team experience. In contrast, Glasner fielded a stronger side, making just 5 changes from the team that faced Arsenal on Sunday, with Jean-Philippe Mateta and Tyrick Mitchell on the bench. Despite Slot's makeshift selection, Liverpool held their own for the first 40 minutes, thanks in part to the impressive performance of 17-year-old Rio Ngumoha. The teenager's skill and willingness to attack lifted the home crowd, and he created Liverpool's best chance of the half by setting up Federico Chiesa. However, Palace's patience and experience paid off. Will Hughes' shot at goal was saved by Freddie Woodman, a Palace Academy graduate making his first competitive start due to injuries and rest for other keepers. Woodman was tested again when Sarr headed a Daichi Kamada cross straight at him, but the real threat came from Palace's forward line. Palace's 2 goals before halftime were both set up by Kamada's passes down the centre. The first found Daniel Munoz in the area, and his touch fell to an unmarked Sarr, who finished with ease. 4 minutes later, Kamada found Sarr again, and the forward combined with Pino to carve open Liverpool's defence, giving Sarr another simple finish. Liverpool needed halftime to regroup, but Palace's defence held firm. Glasner's substitution of Mateta for Eddie Nketiah in the second half seemed to emphasise the lack of depth on Liverpool's bench. As the game wore on, Palace gradually neutralised Liverpool's threat, just as they had in the first half. Mateta had 2 clear runs at the Liverpool defence but was unable to convert. Liverpool's night took a turn for the worse in the closing stages. Nallo, who was sent off in his Champions League debut last season, received another straight red card for a similar offence, hauling down Palace substitute Justin Devaney. Pino added a final touch to Palace's comfortable win, finding the bottom corner after intercepting a clearance. Slot now faces a tough task to turn things around, and the pressure is on. What are your thoughts on Liverpool's performance and Slot's team selection? Do you think they can bounce back, or is this a sign of deeper issues? Let us know in the comments.